Super composition. It's a topic for today's Supersize Your Business, Supersize Annual Challenge, day 176 today. And we're going to talk about this. We're focusing on the physical aspects of our business all this month. And today's topic has to do with what it's made of, what it's made up of. The scale, with respect to our bodies, for example, the scale does not necessarily indicate what's going on in our body. We talked about that in the Supersize You Annual Challenge, so I won't repeat it here. But what does that have to do with our business? Well, the components and the things that make up our business and how strong they are, like having strong muscles in our body, determines how strong our business is. I like to do analyses of every business that I go into and that I work with. We do a SWOT analysis. I'm going to come up with my own name, but it's basically strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I've been doing them since college. I learned about the technique in college, and it's one of those tools like the super framework we're going to talk about and start today that we keep in our toolbox and we pull it out when we need it. I use that one a lot. I use a lot of the different tools in my toolbox a lot, and I share them here so that you have them available to you if you need them as well. So we focus on our strengths, not necessarily on the individual components. All right, we're back. It's going to be an interesting video. So just like weight for our personal physical health and well-being isn't necessarily a perfect indicator, it is an indicator. It's something we should watch, but it's not the only thing we should watch. In our businesses, the same thing with profitability or profit margin or customer. There's more important things than just revenue. And a lot of times people just look at the gross number of revenue, and that's what they report on, and that's what they share. But what really matters is how much that money you get to keep from a personal standpoint, how much money your business has to work with from a cash flow standpoint. What really matters more is that we look at a variety of metrics, the key performance indicators that are important for us and our business. But it's a composite of those things. It's not just any one thing. If we ever just hone in on one thing, profits, say for example, profits, guess what? We'll make decisions that go against some of our core values because we want to maximize profits. So we might do short-term things and pull shortcuts and do things that we normally wouldn't do because we're only looking at that profit number. We want to make sure that we're considering not just revenue, but profit margin, customer lifetime value. One of my favorite things to measure is the lifetime value of my customers. I do it in every business I go into. I've done it in every one of my businesses because it is a true essence of the impact you're making in the world and that you're making a positive difference. So if you're not making a positive difference or don't want to in the world, probably shouldn't be listening to me. We want to also look at retention because that matters more than, especially in these recurring revenue, monthly recurring revenue organizations and communities and groups and memberships. There's something called churn, which means how many people leave every month, how many come in and how many leave every month. And if we're not paying attention to that, we could go out of business before we even get our business off the ground. We want to focus on quality metrics and customer satisfaction, not just vanity numbers. It's like just looking at the number of likes that you have on your posts or on your social media accounts or the number of followers. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a vanity metrics. And so many people I run into are stuck on those vanity metrics and not really measuring what matters and not really doing the things that are in alignment with who they are as a human. We need to be aligned with who we are as a human in our businesses, or we have all kinds of things like dropping dead because we're running off the tracks of what is right for us. So today, ask yourself, are you obsessing over profitability? Are you paying attention to the wrong things? If so, that's something we want to address today. If you need help with this, ask. Have you ever made a change in your business? Oh, what a silly question. Have you ever made a change in your business that didn't have the result that you expected or had a totally negative impact when you were expecting a positive one? I can think of so many examples of that in my businesses and throughout my career and my lifetime. It's almost mind-boggling. I'm sure I could write a book on it. Probably should write a book on it and lessons learned from that. So what I'm going to do today, I want you to share a non-profit or not profits. I like to look at profits more than just gross sales, but a non-revenue related number that you like to watch and pay attention to for your business because you know it's a key performance indicator for you. I look at profitability way before I look at revenue. Yeah, all that gross revenue is super fantastic and wonderful. And I may or may not share that in my promotion materials. But the true number that matters to me is how profitable was the transaction. I love it when people 10x and 12x their business. I love it when they are able to do things that they never thought possible. Those are my most fun people to work with. So just share in the comments below one thing that you like to look at that isn't just gross sales or revenue, and share that with us. I also want to talk about, I thought I had forgotten this, but I forgot to do the whole video, the S in our super framework. Pick a goal with respect to your physical aspects of your business. I like to set a goal for the super framework, and I like to do a challenge or an improvement area with the SOAP framework. So S stands for specify target. So we're basically saying this is what I want to achieve, my end game, the outcome of this physical area and aspect I'm going to work on between now and the end of the year. So you're going to specify your target. What is it that you're aiming for with respect to something physical in your business? Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe you need to redo the entry. Maybe you need to redo your website and your marketing materials. Whatever it is, you pick and then specify the outcome and the target for that. Right now, for example, I am working on my card. It's just a graphic, and I'm working on streamlining my social media so it all looks the same. It's been just a hodgepodge of things, and I am physically working on my school platform. I'm going to call them packaging, the about page, it's things like that. If I can help you in any way, please reach out and ask. Let's go out, make it an insanely awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. And I won't forget to record tomorrow. Bye.